short list of men and women who have held UFC belts simultaneously in 2 divisions, and goddamn it, DC, you're on that list, man. Let's see how it goes for you here tonight, though. You're the underdog.
I'm one of the blessed ones, John, to have been able to accomplish the things that I've accomplished, but it's taken a lot of hard work. Really focus on the striking, the grappling, having a great team at the American Kickboxing Academy, and as I walk to the octagon tonight, I am trying to show all the work that I have put in and hope that it's enough to get the hand raised once again inside the UFC's octagon.
It is amazing to think that you didn't get your start in mixed martial arts until you were 31 years old. And one thing I've always said about you, even if it hasn't been the greatest training camp of your life, you have a penchant for rising to the occasion. There's something about fight night and those bright lights that once you sort of flip that switch, you're able to excel when a lot of guys do.
I'm a competitor for the octagon match. I just want to win.
So with much fanfare, here is Jon Jones back in defense of his UFC heavyweight championship. Remarkable the manner in which he came back from a 3-year layoff. Figures to present an even better version here tonight.
Well, so many people questioned or wondered when Jon Jones would come to heavyweight. When he did, he looked better than he ever has inside the UFC's octagon, winning the heavyweight championship and reasserting himself as the dominant force in mixed martial arts. Jon Jones once again steps into the octagon looking to build on his legacy.
And we don't know how long for this game Jon Jones is, so enjoy him while he is here. We'll see how it goes tonight in this UFC heavyweight championship title defense. Jon Jones, one of the greatest of all time, ready to reward his supporters once again here tonight. Tale of the tape for this heavyweight fight. Now for the official introductions, the veteran voice of the octagon, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds in the UFC heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the former UFC light heavyweight champion, the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, and the member of the UFC Hall of Fame, Daniel D.C. Cormier. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He is the former UFC light heavyweight champion and the former UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones!
Herb Dean, our referee for this one.
Ready.
All right, so here we go, folks. It just does not get any more magnified than this. Daniel Cormier versus Jon Jones. We knew it had to happen again, and I know you're smack dab in the middle of this. I would argue it's the greatest rivalry in MMA history.
Yeah, I believe this is the greatest rivalry in mixed martial arts history. I stood in that octagon against this man, and the crowd had the arena shaking. I can feel the vibrations through my feet. I can only imagine what's...
Nice judo toss for him there. Excellent ground and pound there by Cormier.
Great shot from the top position.
Oh, he's trying to pin that onto the triangle now. Ooh, arm triangle's in tight.
It's getting in very tight. He's got it locked in.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed. He got out. I mean, wow, that is great submission defense.
Oh, he's got his back. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around that eye area.
He's taking shots over and over again to that area, and now he's dealing with a cut. This is where he wants to be.
Really doing a nice job getting these shots home on the ground. Man, another one lands. He's trying to pound his opponent's head through the canvas.
Using a lot of good movement.
All right, just as we saw a few seconds ago, he finds the home for another ground and pound strike.
Beautiful punch lands there from inside the guard. That was nice.
Cormier's back in full mount. Can't get it. Good awareness by the defensive fighter. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Cut those angles, and let's change it up.
All right, let's look back at some of the action in that round, DC. What a high-level display of offensive wrestling.
I mean, this is a joy for me to watch. I enjoy watching a guy maintain this level of wrestling for as long as he has done this. He is constantly in his opponent's face. He's constantly taking him down. Getting taken down and getting up is exhausting. Let's see how tired his opponent is at the start of the next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round 2 underway.
Leg kick.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie. Jones's cheek looks like it's cut. Yes, it is starting to bleed a little bit now. Cormier's in half guard now. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard.
He's got to be careful here. Oh, right into mount.
Postures up and lands a brutal strike to the head. The ground strikes continue to pile up. Keep that guard tight. Close it up. And now he's got the back. All right, half guard form here, and a lot of offensive options, I would think, at his disposal.
Oh, he's got a ton of options. He has submission options, but I believe the safest option for him here is going to be to use his ground and pound. Build a base, posture up, throw big strikes, get back in position, build posture again, throw big strikes, and just really wear him down with a really secure position in half guard.
Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range.
Oh!
Lands a hip toss now. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent.
Now he's going full mount.
Nice positional control here. Oh, getting leaky now. The hard ground and pound has opened up a cut.
Ref will help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You you have to get him out of this position. Nice.
Inside the closed guard now.
I mean, he went right into his full guard. What does he do to try to advance himself to give him more of an advantage on the mat?
All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Cormier's right back to the full mount here. Print the shirts, ground and pound. Oh, and another punch on the ground gets through. May need some defense here. All right, that's the end of round number 2.
Just be careful when you're on his guard.
All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes, volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always acting for us to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
Advantage as you see him land the straight punch there. Great job using his length in that situation. Cormier gets hit with a kick here. Let's see how he responds. Oh, misses with the jab. All right, going for a single leg takedown here. That is usually his takedown attempt of choice, and it works out for him.
Absolutely. He is comfortable. He is home when he's in on a single leg.
Cormier's back in side control.
What he has to do here is just try to stay relaxed. Big, explosive actions, panicky actions are what gets you submitted a lot of times.
Three minutes to go in round 3. Good work from the top here by Cormier. And there it is, another strike on the ground, gets through. Gonna try to take his opponents back here, and he does. Well, that eye area is getting bloodier with every passing strike.
It's like a target, and he keeps going to it, and you see it's starting to get worse as the fight is going on.
Ground and pound, the hammer. Mark Coleman would be proud. These ground strikes really started to add up. There's another one. Continue. Oh, this one could be over soon.
I'll stop this. You gotta fight back.
Well, the ground and pound has been on point tonight. Good work here by Cormier. Oh, another strike lands from the top.
He's putting him in exactly the positions he needs to be in right now. He's able to relax here, and he understands, being a veteran of so many fights.
All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful.
Jump on his back. Over under.
30 seconds in the round.
Oh, he's got a choke. Yep, that guillotine's deep. He's gonna go to sleep. It's over.
Ooh, sorry to cut you off, but he got out.
What a great job attacking the rock, rolling to her back, giving up the mount. He chose a much worse position over giving up that submission.
All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. All right, back to the stools we go, and it's starting to look like a second mouth on his cheek.
Yeah, it looks terrible. I mean, the guy is getting hit with big shots. One big enough to open up a nasty cut on his cheek. While it's in a better spot, it still is very difficult to deal with.
Like if he absorbs another strike on that cheek, he might actually be able to eat through that. Oh, what a connection by him there. His opponent could be out out of here soon, DC.
He's almost done. I mean, when you get hit with a shot like that, you don't know whether to run, hide, grab, or wrestle. He's confused. He's as confused as he was on his first test elevation. Big right hand. Beautiful. He passes to half. There it is. Now he's going to mount. Nice shots landing from the top position.
Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. All right, so he's got the ground and pound game going here. Good movement defensively here on the ground by Jones. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Now he's looking arm triangle on the opposite side. When he goes to finish, look, he's got it locked. When he goes to finish, he has to pass his body all the way to the opposite side, drop his chest to get enough pressure to finish his technique. Oh, he's gonna get him with it. He's bridging.
Oh, no way he got out.
He was able to create enough space to get his chest back flat on the mat and defend that arm triangle. Unbelievable. All these actions, though, these big actions got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
All right, he continues to bully his opponent here, really manhandling him on the ground. Grounded him and pounded him. Nice job. Well, no feeling out process tonight. Both fighters invoking damage on the other, DC.
Yes, we knew this would be very competitive. We knew that this was a tough fight. We knew that both guys would be very evenly matched in this fight. But we didn't expect to see this type of war between these two guys.
Really smart approach by the offensive fighter, badgering that cut. More blood by the minute.
If head movement wasn't important early, it's very important now because that cut has gotten a lot worse.
Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Cormier. Oh, he's going for a choke here. This could be tough. Ooh, this could be it. That thing is tight.
That arm triangle is deep.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out his side control. And there's the buzzer indicating the end of round 4.
All right, this is it. One more round.
All right, let's look back at some of the action.
You ready to fight? You ready?
It is the 5th and final round. The target there.
Great shot lands. Now he's got to go find that follow-up attempt. The kill shot is what they call it to go and end the fight. He got him hurt bad here. Nice level change. He passes to half guard.
Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Jones.
Getting them out here. He's got to be careful.
Oh, big shots raining down. Oh. Well, he's on his back, but he's moving his head on the ground pretty well defensively. Well, working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Cormier. All right, so he gets back to the feet. That was seemingly the only way he could win this fight. Down the stretch we come.
Down the stretch, but on the feet. He was
Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on the bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished.
Cormier's in half guard. Oh, good ground and pound here.
Fight back.
Another ground and pound strike lands.
Oh, right into mount.
Well, at this point, I would use the word critical to describe the condition of that eye. Not looking good, champ.
No, he's beat up. He's been...
These ground strikes are just brutal. Jones is able to protect the eye there with that block. Nice job with his fight awareness there to raise the guard.
Look at it.
Daniel Cormier has done it! Yo, wow! That was nasty!
We send it inside the octagon. Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 31 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout, Daniel D.C. Cormier.
All right, so just the way he drew it up with his kids in the building, Daniel Cormier by knockout tonight.
I mean, I knew it, John.